Hey YouTube, I'm very excited to welcome you to Jericho and my first week of Halo Answers. In the future, we hope to be answering these as chronologically as possible and also addressing as many as we can in 1 week's time. So let's jump right into it. The first question we got was, how many Halo games are there that can be played on PC? Followed by an ungodly amount of question marks. This is a pretty short answer. 2. Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 are both PC games. You can even play Halo 2 on your PC with a Microsoft account and get Xbox 360 achievements. This next question is rather lengthy and will take time to fully answer. The questioner writes, "Hey, I'm an avid Halo gamer. I've played 1, 2, 3 Reach and ODST, but there's one part of the story I don't get. So in Halo Reach, Noble Team's objective is to get Cortana, Dr. Halsey, right, to Master Chief. Then number 1 is destroying a ring. What do these rings do, and why do the Covenant want to activate them? Also, why are elites enemies and then friends in Halo 3? Alright, I'll tackle the first part of the question first. Is Cortana Dr. Halsey? Yes and no. In the Fall of Reach, Cortana is described as an AI that has been modeled after a clone of Dr. Halsey's brain. How they do this is to mirror her neural pathways in the brain to electronic pathways to create a quote-unquote smart AI. So, what do these rings do? To understand this, you'll need a little bit of background first. When the sentient life addressed in Halo was in its infancy, there was a super intelligent race of technologically advanced aliens called the Forerunners. Before we go on, it is important to keep in mind that the Covenant copy other technology instead of inventing their own. That will be important in a sec. Anyways, during the Forerunners' rule of the galaxy, the Flood came out of cold space, that is, the part of space in between hot space, and attacked the Forerunners. At first it would seem like they would win, but with every defeat the Flood grew a bit stronger, and it was eventually determined that there was going to be no victory against the Parasite. That was when the Forerunners built the rings. The rings are designed to eradicate all sentient or self-aware life in the galaxy. That way the Flood, if it were not completely destroyed by the rings, would starve. To preserve life, however, the Forerunners saved small samples of each race, humans, elites, jackals, brutes, etc., to keep them safely stored away from the rings. The Forerunners believed in preserving all forms of life, so even small Flood samples were kept safe. Once the task was done, the Forerunners saw that their own mechanism worked and fired the rings, eradicating themselves in a galactic form of self-sacrifice so that other species may live. After the blast effect, the samples were sent back to their planets and were able to evolve and populate their worlds. Now, that explains the rings, but not why the Covenant want to activate them. Remember how they are imitative, not innovative? Well, they used Forerunner tech to evolve their civilization and praised the Forerunners as mysteriously vanished gods, much like the Forerunners worshipped the Precursors. The key dogma of the Covenant is that those who walk the path and serve the Forerunners will be able to take the great journey into paradise. The Covenant believe that activating the Halo rings will open the gates to the great journey. Finally, elites are your allies in Halo 3 because of what happened in Halo 2. Remember when the Gravemind read some bad poetry and told the Arbiter that his religion is bullshit? Well, the Truth, along with the Prophet of Truth, ordering the brutes to replace the elites and kill all those who refuse to be dishonored, something a decent elite would not stand for, forced the elites into a situation of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. There was no formal peace agreement, just the whole if we don't work together, all sentient life in the galaxy will be eradicated thing. I hope that fully answers your question. The last question came from someone who didn't watch our intro video because he asked, why am there halos? Seriously, man? If you meant to ask, why are there Halo rings, go watch the video over. If you want to know why the games exist, because Bungie wanted to make a great first-person shooter and tell a fun story in the process. There was one other question asking me to describe the entire Halo story, but no one likes my voice that much, so here's what I'll do. I'm going to post a link to IGN's entertaining Halo in 5 minutes or less, and you watch that to understand what happened. Also, you can just play the games. Anyways, thanks to the subscribers and those who sent us questions. Jericho and I will be back next Sunday, so subscribe if you haven't. In the meantime, look for us playing Halo Reach or Halo 3. Until next time.